What's happening, everybody?
What's going on, dude? Welcome to the jungle. I don't know the song.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Happy Trans Visibility Day tomorrow.
Yeah, to you too. Easter is dead.
Yeah.
The taste of sperm in my... Wait a minute.
The taste of sperm. Is that what Bud Light tastes like?
Evidently.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah. So
I
officially,
don't think that's true.
Yesterday, Biden made
Yeah.
March 31st Trans Day.
Yep.
Knowing that tomorrow is Easter, he decided...
So here's the
there you go.
actual thing about it, right?
Read it.
And it says, now, therefore, this is from wh.gov. Now, therefore, I, Joseph R. Biden Jr., President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of and laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim March 31st, 2024 as Transgender Day of Visibility.
What does that mean?
They're no longer see-through.
Oh, gotcha. Because before they were see-through. Well,
Yeah.
Not the one that fucked up Bud Light, because Bud Light was cool before. You could definitely see him.
I used to drink Bud Light, but it was a pure taste thing, and I switched to Coors Light. I'm definitely a Coors Light guy.
You know, when I was in the Marines, there was a beer that Bud Light put out called Bud Light with Lime. That probably is super gay, but you know what? It tasted delicious, and I drank the fuck
But
out
you
of
were
it.
in San Diego, too.
Yeah.
So that's a Southern
It was
California
it was kind of like a Corona with lime, but it already had lime in it. It was delicious.
And it was probably
I
half the
drank
price of
fuck out
fucking
Bud Light with lime.
Corona.
You can't even buy anymore.
Corona's
but-
fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah. Corona is way too
Well,
expensive
now
for
you
what
get
it
those
is.
Bud Light
It literally tastes
seltzers.
like shitty piss. Weird. It's not good.
But when you're 22 years old, you don't know any better anyways. Just like Bud Light didn't know any better before.
Yeah.
You think Joe Biden drinks Bud Light?
I don't know if Joe Biden knows anything. Joe Biden didn't make this fucking order. He didn't,
Nah.
he probably didn't even know what day it is. So it wasn't him exactly, but it still has his name attached.
He's
to
all
it.
of our president, guys.
He sure is.
We're not talking down hearts. We're not talking down about we have to talk down to the president
Only because he's probably on the floor because he fell over.
again.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? It's National Bud Light Day.
It's
Cheers.
National Trans Day.
National Trans Bud Light Day. I'm not drinking this.
This is much better.
I haven't had a Bud Light since
actually
last
haven't-
night. And no, my fucking dumbass friend from New Hampshire. He's whatever. You do you. I don't give a shit. But he comes from New Hampshire. He stops over. Stayed here a couple nights. And Josh, I have a podcast coming out. I'll drop it on the Baldy and Big Guy and the Bar is Open channels. But yeah, he shows up with a 12-pack of Bud Light. He's like, "Hey, do you want me to stop and get beer?" I was like, "Sure."
Assuming he'll get Coors,
Anything.
Corona, Voodoo Ranger.
One of those IPAs that I won't drink
either.
either.
Great IPAs. that you probably won't drink. Remember that huge wine bottle of fucking beer I brought?
beer
It
a
was
couple
sour?
weeks or
Oh,
a month
it was
ago, whatever.
Fucking nasty.
We fucking
God,
finished
was bad.
it though.
This is actually the first thing I've drank in almost a week, 2 weeks.
How's your? Oh, I wanted to ask you. So this is a thing for dudes. We're recording before noon today.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to start it off with a michelada. Oh, the breakfast of champions. Modelo Chilada. So one of the things when you get a certain age or whatever is your testosterone starts to drop down
just
there
like
a little
your
bit.
wiener.
Yeah, well, no. That gets bigger. Your balls start hanging lower.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Gravity takes effect.
Yeah,
It's kind of
of
like
course.
chicks' tits, right? Eventually they're going to be around their knees.
Jake's tits. Who's Jake?
Chicks' tits.
Oh, Chick's tits. Yeah.
Who's
yeah.
Jake?
I have no
Why
idea.
did that come to mind?
I thought you said Jake's
You know
tits. I
a
have no
dude
idea.
with tits?
Well, no.
Stop it. But you got so you can go, there's places where you can go
Get tested. and
get
stuff.
tested.
Yep.
And they'll prescribe you stuff.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm not a doctor.
I have all the stuff. I haven't. I went to pick up my prescription yesterday, and I got
you
to see.
did? Okay, cool.
Well, I went to go pick it up yesterday. I went to CVS, and they're like, "Your name's not here." I was like, "That's weird," because I called. That's where I told them to pick. So then I was like, "Well, originally I told them HEB, so then I went over to HEB across the street. They didn't have it either. So I was like, well, motherfucker, I called the place. They're like, we're observing Trans Memorial Day, so we're closed for the day." I was
Trans
like,
Memorial
"Son of a
Day.
bitch."
Translucent Memorial Day.
Yeah. So they were closed yesterday. I couldn't call them. I'd call them Monday and
Okay,
get my
that's cool.
prescription. But yeah, I'll start that on Monday.
How did what did your numbers come back at? Do you recall?
So according to him, he said normal numbers are between like 300 and I think he said 800.
Yeah, but that's
like
a huge
It's a huge
window.
gap. So my numbers, he said, on the very low side of normal. I was 320.
Okay, that's basically what I was about. But I'm also
which is
7
other guys.
years
Other
older.
guys who I know take testosterone.
Yeah.
I asked them like, hey, what was your number when you tested? And they're like, oh, 300, 320, 340.
That's
and
like
everybody's riding that low
baseline.
300, which I think for us guys, because you're a little bit older than me. What? Maybe 10 years older? Something,
7.
Yeah,
7, 8,
so,
something like that.
So you're not much older than me. And then all the guys who I work with, everybody I work with is basically everybody's the same fucking age.
Yeah.
Jared, Jack, Caleb. Oh, Caleb's a lot younger, but they're all like 40.
Yeah.
39, 40 years old, and we're all in the same exact area. But we're also grew up the same era, ate the same foods,
Drank out of the water
drank the same-
hoses.
yeah, I mean, so it's kind of makes sense that we're all in the real close. Unless you grew up like probably in Europe, it's probably a little different because their food's different.
But they're much
You know,
cleaner.
if you're in
food.
fucking Africa, you're just eating like meat and bugs and shit.
Oh, have you ever heard of mud cookies? Mud cookies that they
Mud
make?
cookies?
Yeah,
Made
it's
out
a
of
whole
mud?
thing. Yeah, they make them out of mud
don't
because
know
there's
what
no
you're talking
fucking
about.
food there.
That's
So
horrible.
they literally have to eat. Anyway, that's an aside.
That's a whole nother thing. But
Yeah.
no, so I can kind of see why. So I'm gonna go on my watch because my phone keeps going off and I don't want to keep looking at it. So anyway, no, so yeah, my levels were 3. What is this? I think
You said
320. Yeah,
320-ish.
320ish.
That was like what
so
mine was.
I'm looking forward to taking it, seeing how it works.
Would they prescribe you for
the same
like
thing
your
you
dosage,
use,
like
same
100 to start, 100
think,
milligrams or whatever it
I
is,
have to look on my
something like that?
I gotta look. I'm pretty sure it's the same as yours.
Give
But,
yourself a shot in the ass. It is by no means a bad thing. If your testosterone is out of whack, it can fuck with your brain, create cloudiness, like head cloud. What I mean by that is just like, right? You can't.
Yeah.
It'll help you concentrate. There's a lot of benefits to it if you need it, right? And
Yeah.
go get checked. But that's interesting because I've been on it for a few years, testosterone, and I haven't needed to go. And I mean, you go get rechecked after like a couple months.
Yeah.
Your first one. That's how I was curious about that because I forgot to ask you, quite honestly. But it'll be interesting because you'll see a little bit of weight loss, especially right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like it's just the way your
I'm looking
body
forward to
responds.
seeing how it like mentally how it affects me because I had all those I checked all those boxes of what the low testosterone does to you.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see those boxes being unchecked and like having that brain
Give it
fog
like a
go away, the
couple
energy and all those
months?
things. Yeah, I'm not expecting it to be right away, but I'm hoping in the next 6 months it like is drastic
within
change.
6 months, dude, you're gonna
Yeah.
see fucking like you're gonna be like energy levels up, fucking libido's up, like all of these
Yeah.
things are gonna jump through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
Especially until you get like that's your stasis. Until that is where you're.
Well, I haven't been. I'm shooting for like the 800 area, and
Yeah.
I haven't been in that area since I was probably in my mid 20s or low 20s.
But we didn't check back then.
Exactly. So
I don't even know what I
if
was.
I could feel even close to like I felt back then, it'd be amazing.
It'd be crazy.
It'd be great.
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah,
So-
we'll keep track of that.
Yeah.
But to everybody that's listening or watching, I did it through like insurance. Generally, they'll cover you, but like my insurance has to be. You have to be below 300.
Yeah.
So when I went and did it, they were like, "All right, we're gonna test you again in a week," because it was like initially it was like 330, 340. They're like, we're going to try and get you below it so your insurance covered. And I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pay for it out of pocket. But they're like, go work out as hard as you fucking can before.
Yeah, I did that the previous day.
Like,
I
just
worked out
squats
legs, like,
and
big
shit.
time.
Like,
Yep.
right. And then it still came back high. Or not high, but above it. So I did one where there's a place called Synergenics, which is it's like a San Antonio
it's
kind
like
of
a
place.
local place.
That was $70 a week. So it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And I did that for a year and a half, 2 years almost. But you got a budget for it. Then I found out, I can just do it myself.
Yeah.
And the price difference to going to like a wellness center where they prescribe it and you go through CVS or your Walgreens or whatever is literally like $30 for those vials. And 12 for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And then like $12 for the needles or whatever that you need to be able to self-inject.
Yeah.
And so you're like $42 versus $240
Seems like an
a month.
obvious win.
Yeah. Or $280 a
Clearly,
month.
that's better.
Yeah.
So
Took me a long time to figure that out, but go check it out. It's one of those things that's definitely worth it. So
Yeah,
I'm glad.
for sure.
Yeah. See, we try and share things with you that
are helpful.
Are helpful
Yeah, you come to Baldy and Big Guy to learn.
to learn. This is an educational program.
This is an educational podcast.
Yeah.
It truly is. And something about that,
drinking
down
Modelo.
Down here in San Antonio, San Antoine, the Chelada Especial is what you call that. That tomatoey, clamato kind of drink. Actually, I had a clamato the other day. I was a Bud Light Clamato, and it was fucking delicious. I haven't had one of those in a long time. It was really good.
Clamato. I think Clamato
has a little clam juice in it.
Yeah. But it's only in Bud Lights. This is just like
it was a Bud Light
juice.
Clamato, and it was really good. But what I was gonna say was up in Oregon, where it's mostly whites.
What?
It has. We go to this bar. It was a real hipster bar, but it was a great bar. I don't know what it's called anymore, but
it's not there.
It was
anymore.
a great
burned down.
It may have
in Portland.
It had a possibility. But you'd go to this bar and you probably could order them enchilada and they might know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But what you would order, if you wanted this drink right here, you'd order a red beer.
A red beer?
And they would take like, what do you call a what's a Bloody Mary mix? Oh, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, that's.
You take Bloody Mary mix and then
tomato
mix it
juice.
like a shitty, like an old German or just a shitty lager. And then you mix it together, you get it spicy or not. And that was called a red beer, which is coming down here now. I realize it's literally everywhere.
They can it. They literally can it.
But I don't remember seeing this. I mean, it's probably at the stores up there too.
See, I lived in Arizona.
I don't remember.
So like we had these in Arizona for years and years and years. They're delicious.
But Arizona's also still around the border. Oregon's way up there.
Oregon's way up there.
Yeah.
I lived in Salem, Kaiser area for a while, but I was like 10. So I wasn't drinking beer.
You weren't drinking beer yet. You waited a couple years.
First time I ever drank beer was with my uncle.
How old were you then?
13.
I was going to say 13.
I went to Seattle.
Who was
No,
that?
I was 12.
Who's Adel?
Seattle. I went to Seattle.
Oh, so you didn't
city of
it wasn't
Seattle.
That you saw Adel. You went to Seattle.
I went. Fuck off.
All right. Anyway.
And I played. Do you remember the game Leisure Suit Larry?
No.
Oh, dude, I'm so old.
Go
Google Leisure Suit Larry. Yeah. All right. So my uncle worked for this company called Digital that was bought out by IBM. Right? And Digital was like a computer company, like in the late 80s, early 90s. And my uncle's been has been in the tech industry. He's since retired, but his whole life, like he's a very, very intelligent guy, like a OG dude down in Seattle, worked for, Digital, worked for IBM, or I think he worked Microsoft, like before Microsoft was really there, right? My brother died. He came down because he was the closest to us because my brother died in Salem. And so he drove down. This is probably like my mom was like 40 maybe, like definitely younger than me when he died. But he drove down with my Aunt Brenda, who they just started dating or they were just getting together and stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, he drove me back with him to go hang out for a week, right? And it was fucking rad because Seattle's awesome.
Especially back then.
Back then,
in the 90s,
the underground. He took me for a tour of the underground. Yep. I think I was 12 years old. Took me for a tour of the underground. We were sitting up in his apartment. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was fucking rad. Took me to Pike's Market. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Took me to Pike's Market, did all that shit, and then we got back to his apartment, and he's like, "Hey, there's some beer in the fridge." And I was like, that's how I am as an uncle also.
Yeah.
Like, hey, there's some beer in the fridge. Like my nephew's 19, not 12.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have, did I? I can't remember. I'm too old. My nephew's 20 years young. He's 27, but I don't think I did for legal reasons. But yeah, I had my first beer while I was playing this game called Leisure Suit Larry. And it was the first game where you could hire a prostitute.
Oh, it was a computer game.
It was a computer game.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I do remember that.
Right? You could hire a prostitute on the game. And it was very DOS, like,
I gotta figure that out. Yeah.
And you'd be like, transact $50 or $100 or whatever it was. Right? And you could go, I don't think I ever made it very far because I didn't know how to use a computer back then.
They probably wouldn't have made it very long either.
But it was also on a laptop back then.
A laptop from back then. Those were like
dude, it was thick. I remember it. I remember sitting at that.
He worked for IBM, or no? You said he worked for
place called company called Digital.
Sold IBM. Yeah. So
right. And then he moved to Singapore and lived there for years and did all the computer stuff. But dude, that was my first exposure to. I don't even remember what kind of beer it was. It was in a brown bottle.
Probably Coors. Coors. What do you call it?
Heavy.
Coors Heavy. Yeah.
I don't think they have Coors Heavies.
Or no, actually, it's probably a Rainier. Rainier's right there. And
it might have been a Rainier.
Rainiers are basically Coors.
Holy shit. I'm like, it's coming to mind. I remember sitting.
If you're going up I-5, you literally drive past Rainier.
Mount Rainier.
Yeah. Oh, no, you drive past a Rainier brewing place too.
Mount Rainier's right
canyon,
there too.
canyon place.
Just for geographically challenged.
For anybody
people.
who has no idea where Seattle is but knows where Mount Rainier is, which is fucking weird.
I love
I don't know where Seattle is.
Oh,
but
same,
Mount Rainier. Yeah, I got that
same
one.
trip, dude. My mom and dad came up to pick me up, and I'm kind of wondering what my other brother did. Like, where the fuck was he? I don't remember. Came to pick me up, and we were like walking down a sidewalk, right? And we dipped into this little like Elvis kind of like, like shop, one of those types of places that has like just knickknacks and shit like that. While we're inside, two bums get into a fight right outside, and a dude knifes a guy.
Oh shit!
And then slashes his face, right? And I'm like 12. I'm like, what in the fuck is happening?
And that's why you went home and drank.
No, this is after I had already had beer. I didn't tell my mom about that until years later. But yeah, dude. I was like, what the fuck? My uncle's like,
welcome to Seattle.
it's the city, right? And he's like, we're just going to hang out in here. They called the cops. Cops never showed up.
Of course.
That's the neighbor's 5 GTO.
Oh, no.
Or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
If you can hear it, there's a loud rumbling in the
There's
background.
no way they can hear that.
And it's in the garage, and it's still rumbling. But yeah, dude had like cut across his whole fucking face.
Do you remember that the bum fights on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was YouTube. I think it was like VHS tapes, weren't they? Bum fights.
No, they weren't on YouTube, but they were just on the internet. It was like the beginning of the internet.
So then, Dr.
That was like
Phil,
when Kimbo Slice was backyard brawling.
Yeah. So then Dr. Phil had the guy on his show.
Oh, and he cut his hair?
He shows up dressed as Dr. Phil, imitating Dr. Phil.
That's classic.
And then the greatest thing about it was he was like, Dr. Phil's like, so why are you blah, 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 blah. And he was like copying back. He was like, you're doing the same fucking thing on your show. You're just making it on a TV show.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it on the VHS or whatever. Like,
Do you think Dr. Phil and Oprah Winfrey are still friends?
oh, who knows?
Dr. Phil's going woke, not woke, going the opposite of it.
Yeah, he just started his own mini company up in Dallas. A big one.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah, I listened to his shit with I don't know if he's going.
Well, he's
straight.
kind of
I
not.
think he already was.
Okay.
'Cause I don't think you change when you're 60 years old.
No, yeah, probably.
But yeah, I just listened. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, nice Mustang.
Yeah, it's not a GTO.
Mustang 5.0. You meant
No, that's the
Shelby.
Shelby. That's what I meant. Shelby.
Nice. That was nice.
Fucking nice Shelby.
No, yeah, I just listened to him on Rogan, and he had a whole. I listened to the whole podcast. It was good.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going kind of, or he's starting to speak more freely.
Yeah,
Because he's not
is Dr.
worried
Phil still
about
on TV?
shit.
Probably
Well,
not.
no, he's got his own.
Well, he
shit.
has his own network. Yes.
Yeah.
But so is the Dr. Phil show off TV?
Yeah.
I
think it's been off. I don't watch
The
TV
last one I
anymore.
watched was the one with take it outside. How about that or whatever
And that chick's a bajillionaire now.
from OnlyFans.
Because as soon as she turned 18, there was a whole bunch of creeps
Yeah,
that just
exactly.
like instantly were like, we need to see that butthole.
Exactly.
And she wanted to
Fucking
show
weirdos.
it, and she made a shit ton of. I mean, I think
good
she was
for
like
her.
an instant millionaire.
Good for her, but that's
Fuck it,
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
You know, you want to show your butthole?
And now she's like a rapper and all kinds of weird shit.
Who cares? I think she got her own fucking private plane, bro.
Probably.
I'd show. No, I wouldn't show my butthole.
You
don't
show your
want to
butthole
see. You don't want
for
to see
that
my
much
butthole.
money.
But nobody wants to see my butthole,
That's very true.
right?
I think
Her
your
butthole
wife
on
doesn't
the.
want to see your butthole. She's like, just stop.
Just stop. That.
Stop spreading.
Daddy, stop.
No, don't.
I don't know why that came out.
No, that was nope. All right.
What do you got to talk about today, buddy? We'll get to do some of your shit, but I've got one that I just need to get to, and I need to clear it off my chest.
Get off your chest.
It's this thing called spaghetti chicken.
Spaghetti chicken.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute, so you go through. I gotta find the fucking story because it's been around.
Well, you know what annoys the fuck out of me?
Oh, I got it ready.
Oh, go ahead. Right. Just go ahead and do your story first.
It's this thing called spaghetti chicken.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna blow this up, and can you see that?
Not real well. Is it?
All right.
Is it basically just ground
Here,
chicken?
you guys can see it on TV.
Oh, that's gross.
So what this
The fuck is
is that's a piece of chicken. And you're the only gastro-scientist I know because you're a chef. So I'm calling you a gastro-scientist.
Sure. I'm
Yeah.
a gastro-scientist.
Ultimately, what's happening is this chicken
I mean, it looks like it's breaking down all by itself without
It
any
is.
reason.
They're just running water over it, and it's falling into like strands.
That's disgusting.
Why is that a thing?
That shouldn't.
Is
be a
that
thing.
is that genetically altered?
It has to be, or something fuck up. I would not.
Or
eat
like
that
one of
chicken.
those not McChickens. Can't say that because that's not the thing. But you know what I mean? Like those near meat kind of things.
I mean, it looks like something like that because that's
Fucking gnarly,
chicken breast
right?
is a muscle. There's no. What happens to not happen? No.
So this says she posted her experience on Facebook describing it as fake meat and claiming that it hasn't made. She hasn't made chicken off the bone since the incident.
Yeah, that's
So
fucking disgusting.
a while back, Beth and I, have you ever had like you cook a chicken breast? So there's different brands, right? You have like Tyson, which is kind of a shit show now. We try and get our shit from like a local Shots meat market up there, which is amazing. But we bought this one. It was like Hillside Country, and it
basically the HEB brand.
but it's like the Walmart of the HEB brand.
Yeah. It's
Right.
like the shitty HEB brand.
Whatever that is,
Cheaper version.
pre-packed, all that
Yeah.
shit. And it wasn't, we didn't buy it intentionally. It was when you do curbside, sometimes they'll substitute shit out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm lazy and I do curbside, whatever. Fuck it. Or am I efficient? Or was Beth, I don't do any of it. I just pick it up. But they fucking, we cooked them just like we normally would.
Yeah.
In the oven, whatever. But when you cut into it, you could literally feel a different kind of texture in cutting it. And then when you chewed it, you were like, it was kind of like
Like a rubberiness
popping
to it?
through it. It wasn't because I overcooked it or undercooked it or anything. It
Was
literally,
it a chicken breast?
it was chicken breast. It was this weird fucking mouthfeel. You know when something.
The last time I had chicken was from was a restaurant. I haven't cooked chicken breast in a very long time, so I don't.
It was just this
can't
weird
even, like-
mouthfeel.
Yeah, I
Like you know chicken. Like if you go get a chicken sandwich, you know
Yeah.
how it chews through and all this. It was like it's like eating a meatball that would have been made out of rubber.
That's weird.
It was fucking weird, and that's what that fucking thing.
That's disgusting.
That's fucking disgusting,
Maybe
right?
not everybody, like just chicken. If I saw it myself,
Yeah.
I would still buy chicken as of right now because I haven't seen that. It's like the whole like I don't believe in aliens because I've never seen them, but I definitely believe that they're there. I just don't believe them.
You don't believe in chickens? So you say?
Exactly, I don't believe in chickens because I've never seen one in person.
Doesn't your boss have a bunch of chickens?
No.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't know. Yes, he does.
He's got a
I
farm,
don't know where
bro.
I don't know where we're going with that. But my point is, that's disgusting.
Well, you're the one that said birds aren't real.
Is your wife yelling at you?
No, she's sneezing.
Oh, now she's just, Greg.
Yes,
Her sneezes.
we record from my house, so my wife is downstairs
Oh, she's
blasting sneezes.
She's just blasting away. Anyway, so
This is what happens when you record before noon.
yeah, you know it's a little early today. No, so what I wanted to tell you
Today's
is
gonna be a good day.
what I wanted to tell you is or actually it was a two-part. So it was part of like Chef
Tupac?
Pete Corner.
Okay.
Right? Two things. First of all, what is your like go-to growing up maybe?
Okay.
What was your go-to National Trans Day food? Like what did your mom used to make when you go to church?
rainbow
you wake
sprinkles.
up, you go to church.
Rainbow sprinkles and milk.
Okay, obviously I'm talking about Easter. Like what did your mom and whatever was there ever like a traditional like
Easter
like
supper kind of
Easter
thing.
meal type thing? Because you have a Christmas dinner, you have maybe sometimes you have a New Year's dinner or Thanksgiving dinner. Whatever was there?
I don't
ever
think
an
I
Easter
ever
thing?
did.
No.
I don't think. So again, I mentioned this earlier. My life got kind of fucked up when I was about 12 when my brother died.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of shit before that.
Yeah.
Because that was like such a monumental fucking fuck up in my life.
Yeah.
Not fuck up, but you know what I mean? Thing that fucks you up.
Yeah, for sure.
And then after that, like shit all fell apart as well. So we didn't have like even like Christmas, we didn't have like a specific Christmas dinner or stuff like that. Like our shit was just like spaghetti, and then like meatloaf or pork chop. Like that's all I remember.
So just like traditional, like just dinners.
Yeah. So, but
it
like
wasn't
nowadays, like Beth and I have like traditional things.
What you guys do?
Like a ham.
A ham?
It's almost like Christmas ham, but like we're going to my brother-in-law's and sister-in-law's house tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Easter for us. Go over there. They're cooking a ham.
Yeah.
That's kind of like traditional for us.
Yeah.
That's gonna make. Oh, Beth makes this fucking potato casserole, bro.
What was the thing she made? What did she make?
What?
Oh, wait, that was a Easter. That was a Thanksgiving thing. The potato, the pumpkin something or other.
Oh, you talking fucking ooey gooey pumpkin
That's
bars?
what it was. Oh my god, those are good.
My wife can bake. She's got a handful of things that I only get them once a year,
Yeah,
right?
That's definitely a Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah, that's a Thanksgiving.
I was trying to think. I thought that was a Christmas thing, which
It could be any time.
Translate to
At Christmas, we do. She does this sausage roll loaf kind of thing.
That's right.
She like rolls
I
it
didn't
all
get to try
out.
this year.
I think we still have some in the freezer.
Oh, in the freezer. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think we still have like a whole one in the freezer because we saved that shit in about halfway through the year when we're cleaning out the goddamn freezer. We're like, you're right. We're like, oh fuck, that's in there. We're like, all right, we're gonna eat that for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
It's a breakfast kind of thing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. What's yours?
Also, growing up, we kind of had the same thing. We were normally like a big, Thanksgiving.
Well,
dinner,
you got like 80
Christmas dinner.
fucking brothers and sisters.
Exactly. I had a big family, which is what I was gonna get to. So like Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, and like Easter dinner. Those are the three big like fancy meals of the year, right? So normally we always have like a ham. That was for Christmas, Thanksgiving, we always had turkeys.
Okay.
And then Thanksgiving, we always had a ham. Well, my dad started making a Chateaubriand, which is like a big. It's like
is that like one of those big loaves?
Well, you know what a filet is? Like
yeah.
Tenderloin? So a Chateaubriand is like a prime rib, but it's the tenderloin.
Okay.
So every piece is basically a tenderloin steak.
Fuck
It's
off.
so good. It's so good. So my dad started making those a couple years, not a couple years ago, because now I'm a grown man. It was when I was
like
still a teenager.
20 years ago.
But 20 years ago or so, whatever. He started making those a couple
Actually,
years.
it's been like 30 years ago because you're old as
God
fuck.
damn it. Yeah, whatever.
You've been like 9 or 10 or 11.
No, it wouldn't have been 30 years ago. It would have been probably 25 years
Fuck
ago.
off, because 30 years ago I was 17. Eat shit.
So he started making those. And then as an adult, by myself, I didn't fucking make anything. It wasn't special for me.
Yeah.
As far as meals go. But since I've been married, since I've been down here, me and my wife always go to Black's Barbecue. And I just get
out near Dripping Springs. Kind of like halfway.
We go to Windy Braunfels.
I know where that one is.
Braunfels, and it's we just go get everything because it's a little bit. We got a little bit of ribs, some chicken, some fucking brisket. And that's been our.
That's your
our
tradition.
thing.
That's cool.
That's been our tradition lately. It's been really fun. I was gonna make a porchetta, which is one of those where you take the oh my goodness, where you take the my phone just keeps going off nonstop.
Well, his wife's texting him because they had the cops at his house earlier, but none of them were home.
We weren't home though, so you take a pork belly and you stuff it with different stuff and seasonings, then you wrap it up really tight.
I know what you're talking about. You like roll it, right?
Yeah, you roll it up and you tie it with a bunch of string, and you put it in the oven for like 4 or 5 hours or whatever, and the skin gets like a.
What's it called again?
Porchetta.
Porchetta.
So that's what I was gonna make for tomorrow. I'm not making it anymore because now I'm going down to Laredo tomorrow. But
Laredo. That's like 5 hours away from here, right?
It's 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only a 2 hour drive. It's not too bad.
Do you need to check? Do you need to check on this?
Yeah, I need to check this.
All right, while he's checking on that, go out, like, subscribe, and do all of the things. We drop this out on Spotify, on iTunes. I think it's on iHeartRadio. I'm fairly certain since I'm the one that's responsible for doing those things. It's out on iHeartRadio. Give us a like, subscribe, put your comments out there, drop comments below. Next week, I think we're going to go live. We're not sure exactly the time yet, but we will keep you posted. So you're going to have just fucking throws the phone out the window. But I think what we're going to do is you're going to get like back to back, which means you're going to get one ass to ass. You're going to get one on Friday because that's when we drop this show.
Centipede style.
Centipede style.
Human centipede style.
I was thinking
ass to mouth.
No, I was thinking ass to ass.
That's mouth to ass.
What's the one with
mouth to ass?
God damn it! What's it called? The movie Memento? No, not Memento. The one with Jennifer Connelly, super hot. Oh my god!
Any one that she's in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hang on a second. It's got Jared Leto in it. All right, I'm actually gonna put this Jennifer Connelly. All right, let's see if that'll come up. Requiem for a Dream.
Oh shit, I haven't seen that forever.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
The end of it.
Fuck, I don't even remember.
Creepy old dude at the end. They're double ending dildo, ass to ass.
I don't even remember.
All right, go Google that.
Yeah,
scene.
I don't remember.
Anyway, aside from that, sorry, ladies, the one of you that watches.
Yeah, the one.
My wife.
Yeah,
But I think we're gonna go live on Saturday. We're bouncing it around. We're not sure yet because we'll see what happens.
Which will literally be tomorrow when you guys watch this.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow
we're going live.
Which is a week from now.
Which is a week from today. which is also tomorrow.
It'll be the same time that we're recording this now, but next week.
Maybe a little bit later in the day. Maybe not so early.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
But yeah,
it's currently 12:39.
Yeah, so probably around like 1 or 2, like we normally.
Yeah, something like that.
Something more like that.
Peter's gonna be nervous because he's never had to do a lot. Well, he's done a live show on Bars Open.
Yeah,
I've been on Drink once. That's been. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So, no, the other thing I was gonna say about that, Pete's Corner.
Okay.
Do you ever like now? You're not a big, in the kitchen guy, right? I mean, you like to cook.
I can make my way around the kitchen.
But I'm not. You're not a chef.
No.
You know how to cook though.
Yeah, I know how to cook.
Are you one of those guys who likes to get like a specific tool for one thing? Like here's my example. Like a garlic press would be a specific tool for. I have
a garlic press.
Or a cherry pitter. Like you put it's a whole device. You put cherry in and you squeeze the button. It pushes the pit out. Or
not like that's too specific.
Exactly. So I am one of those guys who absolutely fucking hates kitchen tools.
Oh, you don't geek out on those stupid little things.
Can do everything. Like I'll
do a garlic press because I've had a garlic press for like 20 years.
Yeah.
But it's the same exact
one thing that I don't think I have one right now.
But
I might consider like.
But I can also just take a side of a knife and smash it and then dice it and then chop it.
Which is why I don't think.
Or I'll just go buy a jar of minced garlic.
Yeah. Well, then there's that too for sure. That's even easier.
I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those things. Like I can't stand those.
Like what's one that a cherry pitter? That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, cherry pitter is one of them.
Why is that?
I bought a cherry pitter because I was making like a cherry pie and I had a bunch of fresh cherries, like very fresh. So I didn't want to like cut each one open.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put them in your mouth and like.
That's how I started.
Then baby bird them into a bowl.
Well, that's what I did first, and then I was like,
because you could pre-process them.
It wasn't very it didn't work out. It wasn't fast enough.
It wasn't really sanitary.
So I only bought a cherry pitter, but I bought a 5 cherry pitter where you drop 5 in and you go whoosh. But then it still sat in my pantry until
and then you moved, and then you just fucking gave it away to Goodwill.
I left it in the house for the next person.
And then they're looking at that thing saying, what kind of weird shit is this guy?
Sex device is this? They're like, you put your balls in this?
So what do you think about those slap choppers?
Fucking stupid.
They're fucking efficient as shit, though.
I don't know.
Like you could put an onion under there and you go da 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 da, and it's done.
But you could take your knife and go.
No,
be done too.
We were talking about that a little while ago because my wife's like, I want to be able to chop an onion and look at the camera and not cut her fucking finger off.
That's what she uses a slap chop.
But with a slap chop, I can just put it on.
Just look right at the screen,
and it's done.
Yeah. I don't know.
We don't have a slap chopper anymore. I used to.
For each their own.
Did you say special things for special people?
I started that. Yeah.
That's a special person.
Yeah. You are special.
I'm not saying she's special needs.
You're special to me.
Yeah, she's special.
And special to somebody else, I'm sure. There's at least one other person.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, man, I just can't stand those. And the reason I brought that up is I wanted to ask you, what do you think would be a useful invention that we could invent? That's not obviously doesn't exist.
Like for the kitchen, or
kitchen specifically, but it could be anything. And if you have ideas, put it in the comments.
See, that's the problem with inventions. Like you don't know, and I work in innovation. Mm-hmm. It's like that's my job.
Yeah,
to work and find these kind of novel things, right, and try to do new fucking things.
Yeah,
and you'd be surprised. Like most patents and stuff like that, get a little into that. Most patents are like a slight adjustment to something that's already being done.
Yeah.
Or it's already made. So like patents are really hard to come by, and it takes like 5 or 6 years. I've got a few of them.
You have a few patents? Oh, yeah. For your job.
Through work and stuff like that, through the work I do. And it's usually a collective of people that work together, and it's like, anyway. So coming up with like a brand new fucking novel, cool thing on the spot is hard. But you go like, all right, we could get fucking super creative and be like, I don't know, fucking, I'm short as shit. Like, how could I automate my legs to grow 4 inches taller?
Whenever you need to.
Just like I want to be my height. I'm used to being 5'6" and a half. But if I want to be 5'10", maybe I just need those shoes that just go.
Yeah. What if you have shoes that have like
a platform?
You press a Bluetooth thing on your phone. And it goes.
Yeah, right, and it just like lifts me up slightly.
Just enough.
Because I was thinking like from the other side of it, it'd be like the table to lower. Well, we've already got those. Like my office has
Yeah, those like
billions,
raising lower
right?
chairs.
So I'm like, put that in as your kitchen island,
that would be actually kind of cool.
right? So I could raise it or lower it as your kitchen island. That'd be fucking dope,
if you have
dude.
a big, if you had a really big kitchen and you wanted to like be able to just eat at your kitchen island, which is like a big kitchen
Yeah,
table,
like these chairs
you
we're
would, like,
sitting
lower
on.
it
These
down
are like
to
bar
sit
height
down.
tables.
Yeah.
This is a this table we're sitting at is actually a keg underneath it, like a Jack Daniel's keg.
Like a barrel.
Barrel keg. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the barrels. But yeah, this is not a normal size height compared to a. But see what I'm saying? Like,
No, 100%.
what are you gonna come up with? What have you thought?
I was thinking about it, just taking a spoon,
Yeah.
like using a traditional spoon that everybody uses, and then like cutting little piece things in the end of it to basically a fork as well. So it's basically both things at the same
Fuck
time.
off.
So I would call it something like a foon, perhaps. A foon, I would think.
Foon, yeah.
So it'd be like a fork spoon, a foon. So that's what I was thinking about myself. I haven't seen one.
You know
yet.
what? No, this is how you improve on it even further.
What's that?
You take the handle and you put a little bunch of jagged things like this, so you could cut through things.
actually
So
a good idea,
basically,
too.
you just flip over the foon, and now you've got a knafoon.
Yeah, you have a.
You have a kung foon.
You have a kung foon.
A kung foon.
And then you also have batteries installed into it, so if anybody touches your spoon that's not you, you can electrocute them from Bluetooth.
And you could put a light on it.
And a light
So you
on
can
it.
see, you can eat in the dark. Now you've got a kafu light.
So now you have to worry about anybody like stealing your food. Or
kafu
at least
light.
Your kafu light.
It's just kafula.
Kafula. Yeah.
Kafu light.
So anyway, I think both of these are good ideas.
Yeah.
One possibly more than the other.
Kafu lights.
I mean, I think it's more easier to manufacture.
You make them out of fucking like diamond or something like that.
Yeah.
You only need one.
True. Anyway,
You get
that
those
was- that was
big
my
ass
thought-
crystals
was my
that are
thought
like that
process, at
long.
least.
And you have to have somebody hand mine them, and then they're gonna hand grind them. Probably get it made in Mexico for cheap as shit.
Probably.
When we went there, you can get anything made in Mexico for cheap.
Oh yeah, except for
labor down there is super.
Except for your rose because they can do it for me.
How's that coming?
It's coming.
God damn it!
I can technically make a ponytail now.
When you get that testosterone kicking, your hair's gonna grow through the roof.
Oh, I can't wait. Did yours?
No,
Get it? Baldy and the big guy.
testosterone doesn't do that for you. Excuse me. All right, so we will be back next week
Yep.
with a live show. We talked about that for a second.
Yep.
We're also going to have more Florida corners for you guys coming. We'll have some videos. We'll do video of the week, those sorts of things. Lots of clips coming as soon as he starts posting them.
Yep. Whoops.
Quit being so goddamn busy, traveling all over the place,
Oh, God.
and
Yeah.
doing cool things.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Fucker.
I need to just have a set time so I can do this every single day because I need to just post them.
Put him. This is parent talk. We'll get back to you guys next time. But thank you guys so much for catching up with us. Tune in, watch, subscribe, do all the shit. Go get yourself a michelada because it's fucking Friday
And
afternoon.
Modelo's the best ones.
Modelo
Do 'em.
chiladas, definitely better. I mean, if you want a Bud Light, tomorrow is, or last week was National Trans Day.
Yeah, you can still celebrate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Easter to all of our Christian followers, or is it just
It's just
Christian?
a holiday regardless.
It's just a holiday. Whatever you guys
Even
have
if
a
you're
good
not a
one.
Christian, it's still a holiday.
Yeah, I don't know. Cheers, y'all. Love y'all. Catch you later. See ya.
Bye.